Christina. It is now 5:02, and this morning the votes are still being tallied.
At this hour, the Associated Press and CBS News are now calling Donald Trump the 47th president of the United States. Here's a look at the latest national vote count. You can see former President Trump has the lead in the popular vote.
And here is how the race has played out across Texas. Former President Trump has surpassed 6 million votes in Texas. So far, Vice President Harris over 4.5 million votes.
Also this morning, both the Associated Press and CBS News are predicting that the Republican Party has control of the Senate. Republicans managed to flip West Virginia and Ohio, which gives them at least a 51-seat majority, as a handful of races are still toss-ups this morning.
Here at home, the Texas Senate race has been decided with Senator Ted Cruz being reelected to his Senate seat, defeating Dallas Congressman Colin Allred.
Cruz has served in the U.S. Senate since 2013 and beat Allred after capturing 53% of the votes. Devon Roming is live for us this morning outside the Harris County Elections Office with both candidates' reactions from last night. Devon.
Steph and Ron, good morning. You know, this was a race that many people were watching very closely simply for the historic nature tied to it, considering a Democrat hasn't won a statewide race here in Texas in 3 decades. Now, Senator Cruz has served in the Texas Senate since 2013 and defeated Allred after capturing 53% of last night's votes. Last night, he was joined by his family and supporters in downtown Houston alongside Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg. Cruz took the time to thank his supporters while also thanking his opponent, Colin Allred, who he commended for running a, quote, hard-fought campaign. Meanwhile, Congressman Allred was joined by his supporters in Dallas, and he too congratulated Senator Cruz on his victory, while also thanking the women who were a huge part of his campaign's focus on reproductive rights.
You have my word that I will fight for you, for your jobs, for your safety, and for your constitutional rights.
There are so many brave Texas women who've told their stories, and Allie and I will never forget them, and we will never stop fighting to overturn this abortion ban here in Texas.
Now, Cruz, who had a lead over Allred from the beginning of this race, spent much of his campaign focusing on border security, calling for stricter enforcement on illegal immigrants, citing several violent crimes involving alleged illegal immigrants, while Allred, who out-fundraised Cruz, centered his focus on reproductive rights and a bipartisan border security bill. Now, it's important to note, this Senate seat has belonged to the Republicans since 1988. Live in Houston, Devon Roming, KHOU 11 News.
It is important to note, Devon, thank you. And now we're taking a closer look into the reported vote totals in some of the biggest counties we've been watching closely in the race for the U.S. Senate. So let's take a look at Tarrant County, Harris County, Fort Bend County, and Maverick. So as we take a look here, I want you to, this is this year. So we've got Tarrant County, Harris County, Fort Bend, and Maverick County, which, as we were talking extensively about yesterday, this is where Eagle Pass, Texas is. So as you take a look at this, we've got blue, 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 and then red. But watch what happens from 2018. Before, Maverick was blue, so that's been managed to flip back to Republican, and we will continue to monitor the totals as they are reported this morning. Ron, back to you.
All right, Steph, turning now to the race for Harris County District Attorney. We have incoming results on your screen right now, and we say incoming results because that race is still too close to call. Dan Simons and Sean Tier both used to work for the District Attorney. Tier is a Democrat and left the DA's office last year to work at a private firm. Tier defeated incumbent Kim Ogg during the primary earlier this year. And on the other side of the ticket, Dan Simons is a Republican. He worked at the DA's office for 3 years and left in 2017 to open his own private practice. Both candidates acknowledge something needs to be done to deal with the backlog of cases.
It's about working together, mending bridges with law enforcement, the judges, the commissioner's court, creating a positive work environment for prosecutors to work, and also recruit. We do all that. I think we can fix the backlog. We can make Harris County a safer place, and it's probably not a better person to do it with me, with my background.
It has been mismanaged for years, and so we've got to start internally before we even look outwards. We've got to fix the way we accept charges from law enforcement. We've got to fix the way that we end cases.
Of course, we'll continue to follow the latest results in this race all morning, both on the air and online.
All right, time now.